turn to
It's quite slow. Perhaps not as good in lane stage. So you're getting DK. Actually, see the DK opens up a lot more to run like Brewmaster. Actually, is something IG play really well. One of 430's best heroes, I'd say, is Brewmaster.
I really like that actually. He's been a bit forgotten about, but
he did get a buff. I think
he does more damage to structures. I think with one of the spirits.
Yeah, and all of his spirits that like damage and spells got changed to punch.
Yeah, the Brewling's Pulverize was replaced with Demolish, so now it's kind of like the bear or the Druid.
Brewmaster. See, Inner Beast on the Brewling to like.
Oh, that's like synergy there.
That would actually be a sick pick.
Really good team fight. That's like the control that really tie this whole draft together.
Don't get your ulti off. You don't get Doom, which play around or like there's some good instant table in the line hex. So getting off your ulti is the key part to making a Brewmaster work, but
yeah.
You just gotta make sure you go the ones getting the jump.
Oh, Spectre.
Invictus Gaming's turn.
Well, they already had plenty of lockdown and control, so opens up for a hero like Spectre that can just go all out damage.
Yep, and it's like like a year or two ago, you'd say, "Oh, this is like a greedy last pick that they're gonna try and just buy time to get rings." But this has now become this fighting carry that. Actually, when you've got all your ulti, you've got Ravage, Doom, DK ulti, and Spectre ultimate, your team fight is really scary here. This is very much picked up as a team fight hero more so than a late game carry.
I think likely to be kind of that phase earn style of Spectre. Probably a game where you still want Radiance, but get a couple of those early combative items, no doubt. So what's final choice for IG?
Well, the Master.
Brew, Wind Range, Magnets, kind of the top three on our list so far.
But yeah, I mean, melee is any melee mid can really work. Like you can pull out like an axe mid or something.
Yeah,
crazy.
They banned out the axe. They banned out the alchemist. Both of those would have been good. What about like a Lena? Probably not.
One of those series you could go like 3-0, 4-0, but then like one death and you just like you're lost or something. So it doesn't give them much more push. It gives them some burst damage that they're lacking, like Beastmaster or someone can you guarantee a kill on that hero? Not right now, not so well. So that's where like a Lena or some kind of burst damage mid does work out.
Yeah, really tanky lineup though. Whoa.
Well, Tinker's actually pretty good pushing your lineups because you just pop the march everywhere and you can't really engage or fight into it too well. But I think they took a ton of time to pick this because Spectre is one of the best counters to Tinker in the game.
Yeah, the whole thing with Tinker is blink into the trees to split push, and Spectre has a free way to reveal him anytime that haunt is up. I
imagine they were planning on picking this all along when they saw the Spectre, and they're like, crap, do we still pick Tinker? Like, is it actually still good? And they're just like, let's stick with our guns, let's go with this pick that we thought was going to work really well with our strategy, and it definitely does. But it is burst damage to go with the roll, it's good for the push with the march of the machines.
It'll definitely be a tough game for the Tinker, though. I mean, Newbie are looking at 4 Blink Dagger carriers, everyone except Spectre, so even just a haunt to scout it out, there should be plenty of heroes that can follow up, jump in the tree line, and make Tinker's life a little more difficult.
Yeah, he's going to play around the Beastmaster vision from the Hawk very effectively, and Beastmaster with Tinker is a great duo. It's one of those picks that enables the Tinker because you can always TP onto the Hawk and use that effectively.
Yeah.
TP on the Summon Wolves as well this game. You've got a secondary Invis summon.
Tinker versus Dragonite's a pretty good matchup for the Tinker.
Yeah, it's decent.
Should be able to harass the DK pretty effectively.
I mean, DK, we saw what last game against the Quab do just fine. I think both heroes well. It's not like a matchup like either player gets an advantage out of.
Okay.
Earth Spirit though on this side of the diary means it's going to be more like a 2v1 in IG's favor. Doom doesn't have quite the same presence in lane.
Yeah. Now the Earth Spirit, pretty classic opener here, the Orb of Venom. And TP's down, gets Sentry to block out the pole camp. And actually gets scouted out by Chuan. We'll just hop down to the low ground.
Ooh, landed a ward while rolling. That was
It's crafty.
cheeky little play.
Yep. And of course the Earth Spirit was nerfed in movement speed, 305 to 295. I think it's a casual wind blaze is probably warranted on Earth Spirit these days. Oh man, look at this tide. He's tricked out.
So Chuan found the sentry, found the observe ward.
Yeah.
Who wants the money?
30
DK?
seconds to
Yep.
battle.
Yummy 100 gold.
XP, you don't really get too much anymore. It doesn't matter to give. Like, it used to be you give solo XP here for the ward, and then you get bounty rune, you're level 2 from minute 0, but no longer in. Jeez, that's going to be stout shield from Moot. He actually says, like, actually, you don't need a rush bottle. I can get a stout shield, quelling blade. Go for even more cost-effective items here.
Yeah, that's really nice. You get a ward and a bounty, and that
The
changes the
battle
whole mid lane
begins.
setup at level 1.
And it's actually crazy how the economy works now with some of these early D wards and bounty runes.
Yeah, Chuan's actually going to find another one here. Sentry for a sentry.
Yep. So keeps his pull as well. That's really important for this 2v1 matchup. Like Beastmaster can do a lot to pressure a line Spectre lane. That's something that newbie make sure they're able to at least somewhat negate using the pull camp.
Yeah.
But even so, like you're gonna get a lot of your XXS in this offlane Beastmaster role.
So it looks like we'll see this roaming doom here for newbie. Boots first, just playing Ring Around the Rosie with the Earth Spirit.
Found a good creep.
Take a Mud Golem here. Yeah, I guess the stun. Up top, Tide getting harassed really hard in this lane already. Can't get over that helmet, man. Such a ridiculous cosmetic.
Yeah, great. Surprised Tide's getting bullied this much. Venge with... Well, I guess he had the Howl damage, but normally you often see Wave of Terror level 1 on Venge if you're gonna like harass in a scenario like this, but...
Yeah. Doom's gonna rotate up. Magic Missile comes out. This could be a potential first blood. But Volca comes in. Good body blocks. The Orb of Venom also helping him out here. They'll chase down Cockeye. He's dead. That's the first blood for the Venge. They will lose their Earth Spirit though. It's a 1-for-1.
There's many Doomlings. The Hurl Boulder does a ridiculous amount of damage. 125 damage a pop times 3.
Yeah.
Well, not
Pretty
bad.
ridiculous. So 1-for-1. Not bad for the Venge though. Gets that bonus gold. That'll get her early boots probably. So can continue harassing this Tide, but you can see him now just being a bully against Cutie.
Yeah, this is not the easiest lane for the Lycan to farm. And he's still got those mini Doomlings. He's going to have a triple boulder throw on. The Cutie may actually die here. It's going to be very close. 1, 2, 3, 1 or 2 more right clicks.
Ooh, the triple boulder is ridiculous. He's boss with the stick, but yeah, you see her to the Mud Golem in the Doom.
That and the Satyr are the two best level 1 creatures. For the Satyrs, perhaps, I don't know. I actually know. I mean, I personally prefer getting the Hurl Boulder early on. You can just do what we're seeing now.
The regen on the Satyr is just ridiculous. So if you're a solo offlaner, getting a free ring of health at the start of the game is incredibly powerful.
As a core Doom, yeah, the Satyr I'd probably prefer, but as like a roaming support board position, yeah, the Hurl Boulder.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just set up that stun for everyone else. DK taking some damage here in the mid as the Earth Spirit rotates in. See Doom and Venge going blow for blow. The Infernal Blade doing some effective harassment.
How just getting free farm at 14 CS and...
Yeah, Spectre's really in great shape here. Mid matchup seems pretty even. 10 CS on the DK, 9 on the Tinker. Kind of a wash. The big disparity is this top lane. Cutie with only 5 last hits compared to the 11 of the Tide. Doom's doing a really good job just being a nuisance, keeping them pushed back and making sure this Lycan doesn't have free farm.
Yeah, and that's why that 1-for-1 trade, even though IG were the ones who got first blood, you're not really too worried just because you're pressuring the lane so much. A rolling boulder affordances on Chuan.
Yeah.
We're looking for the initiation there to go for a kill with the boars, it looked like.
We have a good moment here. I think I might go for a reconnect to upgrade my PowerPoint to some Flash video.
It should be, oh, maybe top lane, never mind.
Yeah. Oh, Kaka, he's gonna get cut. And that'll be an easy kill for IG. Oh, he's got the mini babies. Tide Hunter on his way in, and not gonna be enough.
Yeah, If he gets the, he was trying to commit to get the Infernal Blade off on bench there. If he hits the Infernal Blade, it's the kill going his way. Probably die still anyways, but
Yeah.
a bit too aggressive. I'm curious to see how plays this. Spectre's a hero that suits him really well. He gets super aggressive. Every time I see him play this hero, he's just involved in every single kill happening anywhere on the map. It feels like he's being jumping to the bottom lane. That's a defensive dagger though.
Yeah, looks like he'll be able to get away. Probably stunned from the Lion. Pushes him back at least. Lycan dies to a neutral creep. Looks like a suicide there. Bought a Quelling Blade and finished Basilius. Reconnect actually made it worse for me somehow.
Jeez. No Spirit, meanwhile, suicide to a neutral creep as well.
Yeah.
I feel like we need like a dedicated like China casting queue where we just have like 4 PCs, all of them in the game lobby, and just hope that it works on one of them. Because like last game, yours was fine, mine was not okay. This game around, mine's fine, yours isn't.
Yeah, it's really weird. It seems completely sporadic.
And
sometimes reconnects work, and sometimes they seem to do nothing.
And it's just crazy how there's 2 PCs next to each other, and one of them is fine.
Into the same switch and everything. It's very weird. Mid lane, Ferrari stunned up by Move. Looks like the DK starting to pull ahead in this matchup a little bit. Now that he's level 6, just has a few more options.
Yeah.
He could light for the Tinker.
Pressure quite a bit.
It's an interesting choice. The infused range drop on Tinker, but it does make sense when paired with the bottles, having that extra mana regen like we talked about.
Yeah.
Keep him safe from rotations of the Lion potentially. Like it on that hero.
Gets scary for the Tinker when Spectre gets level 6, although good news is DK, his ulti will have worn off by the time Spectre hits 6, so the initiation will have to perhaps come from somewhere else, or just don't let DK get in melee range for a stun.
Yeah. Well, CS definitely in favor of Newbie here. You look at that last hit chart, and their 3 cores are 1, 2, and 3 overall. That is always good news.
And QD CS is being inflated by neutral creeps as well, so the Lycan not really a true CS, but Moose actually found QD here in the jungle. They are pitching for him up top. They're going to use the Spectre Horn.
Oh, the boulder toss as well. It's an easy kill on the Lycan. Nice rotation, great to the haunt from Hao. And it's going to be Moo that actually gets credit for the kill. That'll be power tread secured for him.
He'll probably get bottled up by... He needs to get bottled up here. Has the wolves on him. But there we go. He'll be just
Radiant's
fine.
middle tower is under attack.
Glancing at the overall net worth, about a 1,500 lead here for Newbie, 750 experience. Really pretty good for 6 minutes in. But as we were talking about with this lineup for IG, I mean, having the Tinker, great anti-push. So if they start to screw up and take fights, Tinker will really be able to do a lot once he gets his BOTs.
It made me worried if IG aren't actually themselves are pushing, because this Lycan pick especially isn't something you just want to go kind of late game with.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You picked a Tinker Lycan to be this annoying push hero supported by hero that stops like defenses.
Lycan actually going to channel the ulti in the bottom lane here. They're going to go for the tower dive. They're thinking about it at least, but great positioning from the Newbie hero, Hao and Juan. He hits the tree line here. Going to make some time for a TP to come in. Looks like Hao going to be the target that's initiated on. Stunned up. QD doing what damage can, but he'll... Top tier, he got him a Ravage. It's going to hold on to it for now. Spectre getting low, but should be able to make it out. Now Moo joining the pretty... He's got the Elf Dragon form. Should be able to capture the Dragon Tail, and my god, this Beastmaster is in deep.
A little bit crazy.
Tunnel vision here.
Yeah. He tried to commit. Hao actually even turns dagger, knowing that Beastmaster is running at him, trying to get him off. He still turns and daggers.
Yeah.
That is very good knowledge of just like the vision there between the two.
And they were able to do that without using the Ravage on Tide. So he saves that for a later time.
The DK is just spamming the ultimate out in the mid lane. He's going to try and punish Tinker's absence anytime before he moves up, pokes the tower, gets the corrosive attack applied, and Tinker to get some farm and just jungle is going to probably lose his mid tower over the time.
Yeah. Yeah, Dell time for the Tinker really needs to prioritize those BOT, but he's sharing the jungle with Lycan, and it's sort of this bottleneck where everyone's trying to use the jungle to recover. And there's only so much farm to go around. The Doom is a little bit underleveled though for Newbie. He's getting some space in the off lanes. It's tied deep down bottom. It's level 5, but definitely want to find level 6 as quickly as possible now.
So like as far as levels, Earthquake who struggle most level 3.
Ooh,
Everyone's is
yeah, that's brutal.
much better than that. That's, I mean, often what you'll see on here is like Earth Spirit or Bounty, perhaps even worse than what it could be.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah. I mean, this is part of the reason why we talked about it in the draft. This was a first pick Earth Spirit from IG, and we kind of agreed that it could not really be that first pick material right now. And it's just sort of the reason why, if he gets shut down so early, there's not really much he can do to recover. The jungle is going to his core. They need it.
And he's really bad at stopping like between the tower push and pressure we're seeing. The top tier 1 tower goes down. The side is mid is probably going to go down during this next DK ultimate.
He just needs level 6. At least with Magnetize, he can do something to scare them back when they're push towers. But right now, it's literally nothing. He just kind of stands there. Ferrari takes a gush to the face, but
nope, that'll be a walk into a Doom now at bottom river. Bavoka.
Oh boy.
G done for, yep. Move picks that up, has popped ultimate, he's going to commit probably to poke at the tower and try to secure this.
He is pasted up here, but yeah, it just goes in onto the tower. Glyph available for the Dire. To delay this a little bit, yeah, they will. Big rotation actually from B towards the mid. 4 heroes and rotating it back.
Selfless Mui leaving the tower to his teammates, wanted to go back to the room, but immediately turns around with ulti still up. They could pressure this next tower, at least look for a fight.
He's got quite a bit of time left on the Dragon. A third duration.
They would fight. They've got Ravage, they've got Haunt, they've got Hide, Hunter, they nick it 10.5 minutes in. Here we go, top lane.
Yeah, Moo actually smoked up to get here. In comes the Haunt from Hal. Lycan channels the ult, just runs away. No ability to box the dog.
They went a bit early there. Moo, well, the Spectre Haunt scaring him into using the shapeshift, and Moo didn't actually get in range for the stun. If they get the stun, there's a finger there. They were trying to commit big ult, the Haunt with the finger to get that kill.
Yeah. Things still looking very good for Newbie though. This gold graph just continuing to go in favor as they knock down towers and split farm around the map. Tide, Mech, Arcane Boots, he is pretty wealthy for 11 minutes in. He's actually #1 on net worth. It's a pretty even spread across the top 4, but seeing Tide that is definitely impressive.
How now coming out of IG's line, which I haven't really seen yet in this bottom lane. There's a response coming out of the Doom.
Yep, in onto the Master. There's a primal bar here. Looks like he dropped it on the Tide. He's going to try to TP out. Earth Spike connects. That'll be end of the Beastmaster. Poor guy getting a bit overzealous.
Yeah, nothing's going very well right now for IG. And again, it's like you've got this Tinker to travel that you can defend towers, but you're not really playing that much as you go late game. Like, you're picking Tinker into a Spectre, you really need to hit your mid-game push time. So otherwise, you're not going to have this good late-game Tinker when you're being countered by the Spectre as well as multiple Blink escapes.
Yeah. Very curious to see what Bill ends up moving to. He's got Phase Boots, Aqualab, PMS, and 1,300 gold. So at this point, he could look to just start pooling toward the Radiance, kind of see how it goes. If they get another good team fight or two, time could be looking real good.
Oh, no Urn, a bit surprising perhaps.
Yeah. They're far enough ahead now that he might be able to get away with that green Radiance rush. Oh, smoke from the Dire. Revenge, Earth Spirit. Maybe looking for a potential gank. Earth Spirit now level 4, one step closer to Magnetos, but still pretty underleveled, by far the lowest in the game. The only hero not to have his ultimate right now.
They see how it is tower, but they also just see that he's playing passively, hugging his tower.
Yeah.
He's not going to want to make a move. And again, we see Newbie time these smokes always around the Spectre Horn. It comes back up, they're ready to fight, they want to fight. And they're going to get a Beastmaster this at least.
Yeah, he's already in Strug City in there. Probably going to bring him down again. Nice jukes around the tree line. Gush does come out to slow him down.
Excellent.
And there's the boulder toss from Doom. Are they actually going to get here?
Struggle. Yeah, they.
All right.
They got juked a little bit by it. They had to commit an extra ulti.
Yeah.
As a result, they did trying to see if they could get the kill without on.
Just move into a tower push. Glyph comes out right away, and IG start to rotate. Gerard one comes down. Of course, he has his BOTs, so he's a lot more mobile now. Pretty high XP. He's level 11. With that, you're out on DK, so Moo has a lot of reach in terms of initiation. Also a double damager and a half duration as they finish up that tier 1 tower.
Not sure they can get any follow-up towers off of this, but every single tier 1 on the map taken, 13.5 minutes in. KP already transitioning into what looks to be a hood on his Tide Hunter, so yeah, very much a successful early game coming out of the newbie squad.
Yeah, Pipe, an incredible item against Tinker. Well buffed quite a bit in this last hatch. The Hood of Defiance now. Only needs 1 ring of regen. Feels like such a value item every time I buy it.
It's a little bit cheaper, and even just the active as a solo item is great, but
yeah.
IG's booked up. They want to fight with the Haunt on cooldown. They're thinking they've got a little window to get something done. It's going to be a Roche attempt, but that gets immediately scouted.
This is so risky. DK Illusion just goes walking in. They know exactly what's going on. Tide has a Ravage here. Newbie are starting to move into position. Roche is definitely not going to happen. Vent gets caught, stunned, and just destroyed by the Spectre. An ambitious play from IG.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously does not go in their favor.
It's a trade-off. Like, you can smoke up, look for kills, which is maybe a lower risk play, or you can just go all in for the Roche and hope they don't see you in there. DK having a losing room, making it a little bit easier to scout that one out.
So honestly, they don't even have a medallion. I don't think that Roche would have been very easy for them to take it down. I mean, of course they could have killed it, but it would have taken them a while.
Lycan Vlad's only 2 points in inner boost as well, so yeah, it was not going to be an easy Roche. Wave of Terror, I mean, they've got an amazing Roche lineup, it's just they haven't got all levels on those heroes that take Roche.
Yeah, that's true. The Wave of Terror does help.
I think it would have been okay, but they got scouted instantly, so.
Yeah.
Item-wise, you've mentioned how rushing the Radiance with 2 points looks to be just the case.
Yeah.
No reason not to when the early game's gone as well as it has. I mean, fighting build's also fun, so.
It seems like Kaka is looking at the Vanguard build for Doom. I think he's actually put the Vitality booster on the Courier. We saw this a lot yesterday. A lot of Doom picks, and we saw Vanguard at least 50 or 60% of the time in the same fashion. Just first big core item. Lets him be a big frontliner. He's already pretty beefy, and this just allows him to be that frontliner that can charge.
Crimson Guard very good against this physical damage, Beastmaster plus Lycan drop out of IG.
Yeah,
blocks
all the summons.
Yeah, blocks damage from all those Necrobooks, so very much expect Doom to be upgrading this Vanguard once he can afford it.
Yeah, no doubt. Very beefy lineup on Newbie in general. Tide Hunter naturally very tanky with the Kraken Shell. DK now with his Blink Dagger, probably looking at a BKB next, pretty standard build on him, but nobody really an easy kill on this Radiant side except maybe the Lion, who's also not too far away from a Blink Dagger himself, 1,800 gold in the bank. Here we go, smoke rotation from Newbie. They've got all their ultimates available, so that means it's time to fight. They might pin to this Venge here. If she actually breaks the smoke, they know somebody might be nearby. Hawk comes out. Yeah, they're going to bring down the Earth Spirit right away with a finger. He still isn't level 6, by the way. And Venge also going to get killed. So both supports of IG just obliterated.
Things just starting to get ugly here. KP backstroking his way through the middle lane. Move's going to just back off and farm a bit. They are very much like all about the team fight and just skanking right now, but their ability to transition to late game with farm is also like a Spectre Radius. I always wouldn't mind seeing like a Midas on someone like a Dragon Knight. He's got 2k gold, he could pick up something like that to guarantee a bit more late game. I don't think he will, he's more likely just going to go like a BKB, AC, but
yeah,
it's that kind of position where if you just show up your late game as well, like you pretty much guarantee the win here for Newbie.
Yeah. Necronomicon level 1 on the Beastmaster, but once the Radiance comes on Spectre, that's going to give Newbie just such a huge bump in their damage output. They have a pretty decent lead in net worth, but most of it is just sitting there in passive gold on the Spectre. The amount of damage they put out once they use Haunt is just going to skyrocket very soon.
Well, they've got this 5k gold lead, but so much of that is just, banked up. So we've got 3.5k on Spectre, 1200 on DK, so that once that comes into play.
There's your gold lead.
So DK, he bought no club, he's just going to go BKB. They want to be able to hit this timing where they can push high arm with Mech, Pipe, Radiance, Crimson Guard. They'll have all like your basic teamfight items. For IG, it's going to be, we've got these Necrobooks that don't do a whole lot.
Yeah. They have 2 level 1 Necrobooks now. So it is actually a lot of units between all the Wolves, the Boars, both sects of undead Necro Warriors.
IG's cores are farming alright, like they're on par. Like Tinker's actually the most farm show in the game. Lycan is Same time as the Spectre. Beastmaster is behind the tide, but not by a game-changing amount. It's almost all entirely in the supports where IG fall off.
Radiant's
Yeah,
top
the
towers
really
are
hard part for
fortified.
Tinker is kind of over now. He's been able to get his BOTs as well as his Blink
Radiant's
Dagger,
top tower is under attack.
so he can start to just bounce all over the map and continue to farm very effectively. I think once Newbie get, like, they're gonna have a pipe as well as a Radiance around the same time, and those are just two huge items that add so much to their team fight. And they can just knock down these outer towers, start poking at the high ground.
Yep. They have a pretty awful Roche lineup, unfortunately, and with the changes there, it's like Roche will take them a long time.
Yeah.
So.
The Relic is up on How. I'm impressed at how much this Lycan is farming. I think the Tinker is fairly predictable. You know, once he gets the momentum, he farms very easily, but I mean, Lycan's actually surpassed the Spectre now, which just feels like the Spectre has had free roam of the map, 3-0 and 3. Lycan's KDA is 0 and 2 with 2 assists.
Yeah, Lycan's kind of become a full-time jungler to a large extent.
Yeah.
Smoking towards top, they see the Spectre, see him close to the Radiance. They know he's got Relic. If they can gank him before the Radiance pick up, that'd be pretty big. But these
the
three
ideal
creeps,
time.
I think this is... He's going to be like short, maybe 10 gold, or he may just have it. Get your Radiance, hit the creep, hit the creep!
Oh,
That was his Radiance, that one range creep!
Wow, that is the perfect time to find that kill. That actually does set him back before he can buy it. My god. Impeccable timing from IG.
And it was also the creep for Tinker to TP on. If that was half a second later, that gank, he would have bought the Radiance. Probably doesn't live, but...
Doom on the bottom lane, goes out onto the Earth Spirit, but looks like he'll be able to survive through it. Tinker joins the party and pushes back to Doom and Tide. Meanwhile, in the top lane, in comes the Finger, Moo around the backside, Vengeful Spirit gets destroyed. Everyone else is trying to TP home, but Rexar gonna get left behind. They'll try to move around in the tree line. We should be able to bring him down. Yeah, no exit strategy here as the Gush as well as Dragon Tail come out. And XXS. Actually, he's going to be able to TP out. They let him go.
Everyone ran out of mana. The Necrobugs just...
I mean, Lion had a head, but I guess they were afraid that maybe there were some more reinforcements coming. Well, either way, good news for IG.
Up bottom lane.
Kaka, yeah, gets initiated on. Tinker on the way in. But he is tanky. Has the Vanguard, not going to be an easy target to kill, and he will walk away.
Yeah, DK looks like he's going to farm up some Ancient stacks now, so talk about securing just your late game. This is a good way of doing that. So just a bunch of manual stacking by the newbie side, and they'll now reap the benefits.
Yeah.
And Radiance up, so you talk about the pipe coming, it has actually come at the exact time of the Radiance.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, How initiated on again, trying to roll to get things started. In comes the Magnetize, but there are some reinforcements. Doom on his way in. He does have some help coming from behind. There's going to be another nice clean kill on the Spectre. He'll be back up in about 40 seconds. We'll have a haunt. But kills like that are exactly what IG need to regain some tempo control in this game. Just keep shutting down that Spectre one step at a time.
And even a kill after he's bought Radiance and doesn't lose any gold, it's still IG gaining ground.
Yeah.
And into the roasted they go, ooh, this is so risky. Spectre respawns and has a haunt. This is going to be cutting it fine. If Newbie heads in right away, they'd actually be able to take a really good fight, but Tyson is not in position to do so.
Yeah.
Tyson looks like walk back to pick up his pipe.
With the Radiant, Spectre could go for a YOLO play here, but they let it go. Roche falls to Dire, and Aegis gets picked up by the Lycan.
They can definitely fight into Aegis, though. That's not a scare for them. It's all about not letting IG start things off with a pick-off. That's where IG have managed to get some control. If they pick off the Spectre, suddenly Newbie don't want to take a fight. But
Yeah.
if Newbie themselves start things off with a DK stun, they're going to be okay.
Yeah. Level 3 book up on the Lycan. Beastmaster actually still sitting on level 1. He went for a Blink Dagger instead of just maxing out the Necronomicon. So I guess realizing that they need just a keen initiator to jump in, drop the Primal Roar to secure these kills on the mobile heroes like Spectre. There's definitely some merit to it, though. There is also a BKB out on DK, still that 10-second charge. Always good to have against the Tinker.
Yeah. Tinker is just slowly and steadily continuing to farm.
Soul Booster up now.
They've got themselves back within just 2.5k gold, so...
Yeah, this is honestly pretty impressive. This does feel like 80-20 split based on how even this match has been so far.
See how much these Necrobooks do, because it does feel like Newbie have pretty good answers for them in team fights and even just in terms of dealing with any kind of annoying push coming out of IG. DK can just try right click him down, can even use his BKB if he's worried about the last will damage. Tied with Anchor Smash, he's got plenty of sustain. It's actually the Spectre probably struggles against them most.
Oh, on from Spectre. Reality in. Who are they going for? Ferrari's up on the high ground. Looks like the Venge might be the target that gets left behind. BKB and DK chasing back the Beastmaster. They'll kill the two supports straight away. QD trying to run in. And maybe do some damage to move here. And oh yeah, they'll bring him down. They also get the kill on the line. Pretty chaotic fight, but in the end, Newbie gonna get the better of it. That'll be the end of the Aegis. Lycan's coming back up. He doesn't have a BKB or anything like that. His ult's on cooldown. This will be a tough survival. He just TP's out. Great heads-up play there. Doom didn't have enough mana for the Infernal Blade, so no way to interrupt it.
Cut their losses there quite nicely. It was a IG favored fight in the end. They use their Aegis, but yeah, your Aegis is there to win you a fight. Buy you some more time, help keep building towards that late game.
Yeah, Spectre did get a fair bit out of that though. Didn't die, and now up to 2,700 gold.
Lycan himself though ended one big streak and killed the Lion. So he got just over 1,000 gold in just his kill bounties. So
yeah, that's quite nice. He was able to buy the Overclub before he died, so didn't really lose much there. Or no, he didn't die right. He TP'd out. My bad. He did buy the Overclub though before he TP'd out, just in case. Tier 1 in the mid, taking a lot of damage. The Newbie, they react heavy. They want to keep this tower alive, at least for now. Maybe get the deny on it. It is a big access point to get close to Roshan. Bloodstone now up on the Tinker. Charges.
Pretty happy now. We'll rebuy the Soul Ring and where he heads next, whether it's going to be a Dagon build or a Sheepstick build, probably the two main options after you get the Bloodstone Blink.
Yeah. Is it a Dagon game with all these tanky strength heroes?
Yeah, it's still alright. I mean, I guess the argument goes because there's tanky heroes, you need more damage perhaps, so you want to get Dagon. And the physical damage is being somewhat negated by everyone being high armor, the Crimson Guard.
Yeah, so the magic burst is actually quite good. I could see that.
Useful, but I don't think. I'm trying, like, it's more a question of, is it a Hex game? Like, is there a hero that you can't really kill without a Hex? Because I think typically Dagon is the best choice for Tinker.
Unless you're really lacking on control. I mean, admittedly, they are a little bit light on control.
Yeah, after the Roar, it's like Venge Stun is like not something you can rely on. The Venge is often just sitting back looking to swap save people.
Yeah.
New Boulder Smash is not great, so.
But I like the idea of Blink Hex against a hero like Doom, especially when he goes for a build like this where he doesn't have a Blink himself. You just give you an edge to try to catch him out before he can start the fight by dooming one of your cores. Sort of same logic with a Tide. You know, if you can catch him with a Hex before he can Blink Ravage, then it really changes the style of the fights, and not something you can do with Dagon.
Just a quick pause, and we're back underway. So at least Newbie are ready to get back underway.
Alright.
So, very small experience lead and gold lead at this stage, considering we're now 27 minutes in.
Yeah. Newbie have really given a lot of space to IG. The laning stage was much more in their favor, and this mid game has been really pretty quiet overall. Blink Hex now. Support Earth Spirit going to get picked on once more. 0 and 6. Half the kills that Newbie have picked up have been on this Earth Spirit.
Yeah, seen that one a few times by now with him getting picked off, so be a bit more cautious with how aggressive he's playing on the map. And Newbie still, I feel like in the better position just because of how Lycan is not going to scale amazingly well into a late game carry.
Yeah.
You've got just good control, hiding capabilities from a DK stun, but just in general, like you've got 4 heroes with great lockdown / utility spells going late game, and the Lion, Tide, DK, and Doom. The one here I'm not naming is your big late game carry Spectre, so.
Yeah. And Spectre picked up a Yasha now, another 2,600 gold. but starting to really transition into that carry. You know, I mean, the Radiance does open up a lot of options for Spectre, but that's when the fun just begins. And he's still farming pretty effectively. Nipping on the heels of that Lycan in terms of overall net worth.
Good guys at DKB now, so... Rehab camper, omelet. Ooh, DK Moo goes back for an omelet.
That's interesting. 28 minutes in. Don't see that too often.
Not many great things to stop omelet toggling in general this game. I mean, you keep summons on him or you use the like a magnetize perhaps.
Yeah. Oh, there's the Manta for Spectre. So now a little more split pushing, can send illusions into different areas. Always a good item to have. I'm just surprised at how passive this has turned. Especially
Yeah,
the newbie have so many great team fighting ultimates.
That's Tinker's ends in some
bottom
ways.
tower.
Earth Spirit's gonna take another gang.
Ouch.
I mean, this has just become his role, like be the one pushing out a lane deep on the map because it's the pile or die role where you're kind of scouting slash strategically feeding in some ways.
Dire's middle tower is
Strategically
under
feeding.
attack.
Yeah. Better him than anyone else on their team at this point, I guess, right?
Gives QD a bit of extra information about which heroes are mid and which
Dire's
heroes are
middle
elsewhere,
tower
but
is under attack.
Newbie do also say we've got a DK that's at least trying to take this next tier 2 tower.
Yeah. Haunt is available now. They've also got Ravage with a pipe. Also, the Guardian Greed has been upgraded for the top. So get a free tier 2 in mid lane. Tower count is dead even. Only 2 outer towers remaining for both sides. Still a very even spread. Beastmaster pushing in at the top lane here. Just moves into the trees. Newbies seem pretty happy to just kind of sit back and farm.
Yeah, the tempo works for them for the most part. Like it's so frustrating to try to push high ground versus Tinker, and you know you get a few more big items on most of your cores, you're going to be looking better in late game.
Yeah, we talked about it a while ago, but Spectre is such a good tool. Yeah, a good tool to deal with the Tinker.
It's a good friend, the Earth Spirit, once more.
Oh, poor guy. Hal's just looking on him now.
Yeah. And using Haunt just for solo kills with Earth Spirit, like, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's more just speaks to Newbie, not in any rush or looking to team. The few team fights they tried to force, like, well, not that they went badly, it's that they often just end up wasting their time. They're just saying, let's just be efficient. If we have to commit a big ultimate for one kill, as long as we keep up and immediately try back into farming, we're totally okay with that.
Yeah, I guess kind of feeling like all things equal, Tinker farms as long as Spectre's farming at an even pace. Spectre's going to have the advantage eventually as he's massive sheet. Another 3K hold up on the Spec.
Tinker, Staff of Mystic Staff. Could be a Hex, could be a Shivers.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I still think likely to be the Hex.
Yep. An item you want eventually. You can instantly hex the Spirit Illusion on you when he pops the Haunt, which is very handy, so he doesn't actually reality to it.
Yeah.
Which is something that probably actually is a core item just for that very reason against Spectre.
Yeah, here we go. Smoke rotation from IG. Ferrari joins the party. BTs. New feet spread back out. They don't have the ult on Spectre right now. Move. The BK on Lycan. That's rough. He did get the BK off though, so mitigating some of the damage. We're doing a lot here to do. Now they are starting to back out high. Still holding his Ravage for now. Spectre's in the fray. There's the Ravage. And it looks like this fight is going to start to move in favor of Newbie. They destroy the Beastmaster as well as the Earth Spirit. Lycan just runs away as he channels the ult. And they should be pretty happy with that one. And they take a fight without using Haunt, so that's going to be coming up in just a couple seconds here. As it looks like they move towards the Roche Pit, who is going to spawn here in just a couple seconds. Great timing for Newbie.
Can they take this? The easiest or best Roche line up?
Are they actually going to see it? Oh, how bittersweet. Walks out of the pit just as it respawns.
Slightly unfortunate.
Yeah. Though, as you said, could they have been done it anyway?
I don't think so.
Would have been
Like
tight.
Tinker just TPs in on like the cliff or something. I guess you can't do that against the Spectre so much, but it's very risky with the short respawn.
Especially knowing that there's no Ravage, no Elder Dragon form, or Doom. or finger for that matter. Yep. Very scary to move into the pit, even if you do have Haunt.
Yeah, 2-2 tower there with TP2 on the side of IG, so...
Wow, good call. It is actually a Shiva's on the Tinker. I'm a little bit surprised.
I would expect it to be either. I don't know what I prefer. This is more it's a slow-paced farming game. Shivers actually is the farming item. But he gets initiated top lane, they've gone in, they've got 4 hours. Yep, Chuan was there waiting for him to show up.
And then there's the Haunt from Invictus joins the party right away. No for the Tinker to go. He does commit suicide.
Yep.
Good use of the Bloodstone.
Have fun. They were trying to kill Tinker with the Riam Bloodstone.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But hey, you kill him, you go together. It's a work in progress for newbie as far as like this game as a piece of art. It's like they're like the next few brushstrokes where it's like you've taken his Bloodstone, tried to stand him low. You're going to do it a few more times, and yeah, bit by bit they'll come close to completion because it's not really IG doing much to progress their game right now. They're playing the farm game, and the farm game can translate into for them, but it's going to require a good team fight at some point.
Yeah. There's a gem up on Newbie now. Kaka going to be the carrier on Doom. So maybe a little map troll will start going in favor of Newbie. The other big item pickups looks like DK probably working on an Assault Cuirass. And Spectre has now picked up the Diffusal Blade. Here we go, the fight breaks out. Primal Roar to get things started. But Newbie seems to be in much better shape here. Finger of Death destroys the Beastmaster, and the supports just melt under the pressure of the Spectre. It's just Tinker and the Lycan left. Marching the machine all over the place, but maybe Newbie can move into the Roach Pit now with 3 down.
Yeah, they should have enough to work with.
That was pretty impressive to be able to take so easily without using the Doom or the Red.
It just helps Finger. Oh, but there's 1 kill, and then 1 kill just quickly becomes 3.
Yeah. I mean, the Radiance does so much damage to these poor supports. The Venge and the Earth can't really take the heat. They're starting to fall pretty far behind. Earth Spirit's been working on this now for the last 20 minutes or so.
Spectre goes into BKB, a good item to have against Tinkers. Yeah, when you want to be able to play aggressive. And
yeah, BKB and Aegis. Good stuff for How.
Newbie, again, they're going to continue to play at this pace. They're not in a huge rush. They know that they'll be able to keep getting pickoffs here and there. They'll keep hunting like the lion around the map using a Spectre Haunt to back him up where possible.
Yeah.
Tinker has to always be afraid.
I think this is where Tide can start moving towards a refresher, though. He's already got another 2,000 gold banked up.
Yeah, I don't see any other major items he'd need instead.
And the way it's itemized, it's actually quite nice. You can refresh the Guardians, refresh the pipe.
Yep.
As well as all your other stuff.
Can run into mana problems if he gets mana burned by Necrophil, but
yeah, true.
I just don't see major... Shivers is not bad for their lineup, but that's a Doom item kind of.
Yeah. You are right, though. Grabbing another item that can give him a little bit of hint might be ideal.
We have 4 always just for cutting, but yeah, I like a refresher. It kind of just depends like how much you feel like you want to go like your ultra late game items now, or do you think you can go for some more cost efficient ones?
Yeah. Yeah, there's the Assault Cuirass completed on DK. More team fight action for Newbie.
Beastmaster walk into a ward, gets the shade on the bottom.
Uh-oh. I'll burn the Doom for this. It should be a pretty easy kill. Actually, Haunt's in. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's a bit of an overcommitment using that horn as well, but it gets out in the bottom lane.
Yeah. Now they want to transition this into a push.
And it's like you see that Beastmaster running towards through past that ward. You're thinking he's got back because that was a weird rotation for him to be making by himself. But he's like, I've got a Tinker TP if I find anyone.
Lion buys 2 tones of knowledge. That's good. There we go. They're going to dive in deep. Finger of Death comes out. Ravage as well. Vengeful Spirit will be the first casualty. BKBs gets popped. QD trying to do what damage he can. But Tinker forced to suicide. No buyback available on him.
But short. With that, Newbie, well, not quite the last ditch fight you'd expect from IG. Was pretty uneventful with just 1 hero game picked off and then a Blink Ravage onto the high ground from Newbie, but they take a quick, easy first lane of racks in the second. At least it's going to be a tier 3 tower going down.
Yeah, the DK can just siege so quickly. The Guardian Greaves only a 45-second cooldown, or 40-second cooldown rather. I just, the mobile well for his team now. They'll leave the mid lane of Barracks standing, but it's a lot of momentum.
And all Newbie has to do is wait for ultis to go again.
Yeah,
They'll still have Aegis for 2 more minutes, so Horn comes up in 30 seconds, Ravage comes up in 90, so there's about 30 seconds where they'll have Ravage and Horn, but they don't even have to necessarily wait for Horn. I think more so just wait for the DK ultimate, Doom ultimate, and the Spectre Horn, which are all up in 20-25 seconds.
yeah. Honestly, at this point, it feels like they're far enough ahead that, yeah, of course the Aegis is nice, but I think they could still win a team fight without it.
Yep, it's true. So Beastmaster, Shadowblade, going for something a bit cheeky to try and find some pickoffs. There is a gem on the Radiant side, but you're just hoping that you can gank around the gem and not be invising past somewhere where Doom is already situated.
Interestingly enough, Tide going for an Octarine core, it looks like, instead of the Refresher. So, okay. That will solve the mana issues we were talking about. And of course, it's lower the cooldown of Ravage and everything else.
Yep. It's kind of like a why not kind of item. It's
Yeah.
makes him tankier, solves any mana problems.
And then does let you spam out Anchor Switch a little bit more. Already a very spammable ability, but 3-second cooldown is definitely not bad to have.
Nope. Not bad at all.
All right, slow and steady here for Newbie. They've got the ult to set the Ravage, and they'll have it in about 20. Now, 4 heroes going up the mid. Spectre gonna split push the top lane. There is still a tier 2 tower standing here, so maybe Spec can finish that off so they can just move into that top lane of Barracks if they take a good fight. Buyback status looking pretty grim for the Dire side. Tinker, the only one that has it available. Although, I guess he is kind of the key hero if you're talking about buybacks.
Yeah, if he dies at the start, for example, like he can maybe try and fake around that, but if you... I mean, typically it's going to be like the Lycan Beastmaster on the front line, so Tinker can't do it all on his own.
Yeah.
They just will let the expire out, so Newbie don't manage to get things together. Time to go for another high ground push using this, but...
Is that noise new?
The Roche Aegis?
Yeah.
No, it's like new-ish.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe I just haven't been paying attention.
I think it was a 6.86 change, maybe.
Oh, okay. Wasn't much else going on, I guess. It seemed loud. Anyhow, right into the base we go. No Glyph available, so they can just go straight for the Barracks, God. This is a tough hold for IG. Blink in, on the light, freaking BKB, open their Nomicon. It's actually quite good. Here's the pipe, free lane of Barracks without much of a skirmish.
Lycan's good to go in about 4 seconds time. I'm about to square off, but hell. Hope comes out now in the back line.
And he still has the hop. Also, there's the Ravage from Tide, connects to everyone except for Ferrari. Great way to this fight. They'll lose the Earth Spirit almost immediately. And it seems like IG just dropping like flies. Like with the BKB on, putting a lot of damage to Hal, but there's just too many alive on Newbie. They've got crowd controls, they've got Finger, and the dog gets put down. All 4 dead on IG, lacking buyback. Just Tinker that's alive and he will not be able to hold. That's the GG, 40 minutes in. Newbie take it 26-7.
Very solid, well executed game from Newbie. They just drafted well, very safe, which is fine. Just got the job done. They played around there. They all played well whenever they had that up. They were looking to find pickoffs.
Yeah.
For IG, like they're going kind of this all-in pushy strat. The Tinker pick, they committed to it even though there was a sector, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Their early game was just nothing happened.
No, you summed it up pretty well. I mean, not a flashy game from Newbie, but very safe, very solid, and just chipped away at him. It was really tough for IG to stand through it. The Earth Spirit, though, that was probably the most underwhelming pick. 0 and 11. Again, the first pick that they put into their draft. A lot of emphasis on the Earth Spirit, and Newbie really shut it down effectively.
I mean, the game didn't look very... It looked like